Right, what's up guys? So today... Oh, what have I done? What? Woo. Right, what's up guys? So today you join me from the driver's seat of a 2004 Honda Accord Type S. Now this is actually my buddy Matt's car. Some of you may remember his car, the supercharged MX-5 from a previous review. Well, this is his daily. Now Matt is actually taking his supercharger off his MX-5 at the moment and is putting a rather girthy turbo on it, which will be coming to the channel. But I wanted to catch his Accord, his daily, because I really like this car. I like the look of it, so I wanted to know what it's all about. So this is the Type S. It's a K24 2.4 litre VTEC engine producing 190 brake horsepower. I love the look of these cars. When they're done up, you know, you see a lot of them in America. Now, of course, you can get the Type R of these, which are, you know, 240-ish brake horsepower, but they're a Japan-only sort of car, so let's be honest, they're a lot more expensive than these are. But I must say, just jumping in this car, it's a very me car, this is. It's very relaxed. It's very, very comfortable inside. The 6-speed manual gearbox actually has a Mugen short shifter on it, which, if you can hear, it's got a great sound to it when it goes in the gear, which means when you do come in, yeah, that's a good sound. So straight away jumping in this, I really like the dash and the whole sort of layout of it all. The aircon works fantastically, but just looking around, everything's nice and spacious. You've got sort of a carbon fibre effect all around the cabin. The steering wheel itself, well, I'm a big fan of the DC5 steering wheel, and this is the same sort of style. Although it's got a very Honda feel to the car, it doesn't feel like a Honda. It feels more like a Lexus, if I'm honest. It's very relaxed, it's very comfortable, it's very spacious. You've got a fantastic armrest, which, if anybody usually watches all of my reviews, you'll know that I'm a massive fan of big armrests. And it's movable as well, which makes it even better. The seats themselves are sort of half leather with a suede-y sort of feel to the centres. Very, very supportive though. The clutch itself is very light, so it would be very easy to sort of get used to in the traffic jam situations. And the best thing about this is it's a daily, and you want it to be comfortable. You want it to be, you know, a nice relaxing drive to get you to and from work and all that good stuff with minimal effort. It's very, very relaxing in here, and I do really like it. So, little second gear pull for us. Do you know, even for, you know, relatively a big car, it's still got some get up and go. The 190 brake horsepower, obviously with a cheeky little bit of VTEC in there, works very, very well. And when you do get up in the revs, you do get a nice little kick into VTEC. I just love how quiet it is in here. I don't jump in many cars in it to be this quiet and relaxing. So for me, this is my sort of thing. Now this car is lowered 35mm on Eibach springs. It's got a set of bronze 18-inch rotors on it, which I think, you know, really set the car off. But you can still use it daily. It's obviously not slammed at all. It's not got some silly big wheels on it. So it's still got a great feel and it's got great comfort. Now obviously the Type R version of this car is considerably more money than this one, and they're usually white. Because they're import, you know, anything white and imported in my books means it's really expensive. So you can pick these up for, you know, relatively good money, and you get a lot in it. You get dual zone climate control, you get these fantastic seats, you get a beautiful ride comfort, and you've still got that fantastic K24 when you do want to have a bit of, ooh, spun up into the second gear. When you do want to go down the road, obviously, don't get me wrong, it's not going to blow your socks off, and you know, it's still got good pace for the size of car. It's very seamless shifts as well. Obviously with the short shifter, you can throw it into gear pretty easily. So you're able to sort of come, you know, from 5th gear into 4th straight away, into 3rd as you come around a corner. Coming into your VTEC. And this, you know, is a daily car. It's not really supposed to be doing this. It's an old man's car, if we're honest. And the owner knows that as well. It's more of an old man's car. But it still performs really well. It still performs like a Honda should. So guys, let's have a look around this Honda Accord Type S. Now, coming around the front, this actually has the facelift front lights on it. It has JDM Yellow Fogs, which always go down well. The car sat on Eibach springs, 35mm, so you know, drops it just enough for your daily use. It's also sat on 18-inch Rota's ET30 with a 225 40/18 tyre on it. Loving the bronze with the grey though. That's sort of the thing that sets it off for me. The colour combo of, you know, the tinted windows, the bronze sort of alloys with the sort of grey paint really pops. It's got a colour-coded grille on the front of it. It's also got this bendy front lip off eBay. So coming around the side, you've got the Mugen wind deflectors here, which, let's be honest, they're a very rare part. I don't really look at many Accords, but that's definitely a rare part to find on one of these. That coupled with the HIC rear upper spoiler, which I think sets the top of the car off as well. I'm loving the little flick of it, looking proper good at the back. And of course you've got the M3 style boot spoiler, finishes the back of the car off very nicely. Coming down here though, you've got the twin exit on the back of it, but they're actually S2000 exhaust tips off the AP2. They fit right onto the back of one of these. It's a pretty cool little mod. Also on the back of this one, you've got TSX rear lights. This side is usually got a fog light in it, so you've got, you know, your reverse light there and your fog light there, but the TSX rear light put that side from the States, so it cleans the back of the car very nicely. The car has also got hard race camber adjusters front and rear, uprated longer anti-roll bars front and rear, and ultra racing chassis bearings with ultra racing cross braces all underneath the car, so it's nicely braced up just in the event of you wanting to give it a bit of fucking VTEC somewhere. And it's also got uprated discs and pads all round. So let's jump inside. You're sort of met with a very contemporary cabin. It's got a sort of a carbon fibre feel to all the trims in the centre console. They've got a lovely armrest there, and the seats very, very comfortable. More than enough room for you to do what you fancy. Steering wheel with all your buttons on it, more than enough cubby holes, sort of get what you want in the car. You've got an FD2 gear knob there on top of the Mugen short shifter. But yeah, proper loving this one. I've got mad respect for it after driving it. I think you know, if you like your Hondas and you want a daily, at the end of the day, this is Matt's daily, and he's got the supercharged, which is going to be turboed MX-5. You know, why have a boring daily? That is one of the coolest dailies ever. Do you know what I also like? The feel of the steering when it sort of goes round. There's no sort of, well, there's no feel to it, which is what you want as a daily. Thank you so much for waiting. That's perfectly fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, I've got some big love for the whole Honda thing at the moment, but my love is here with the bigger cars. So what are my overall thoughts on this Accord? Well, I do really like it, and you know, I've never really seen any of them, you know, modified and stuff, apart from the ones obviously in America. The Honda fans out there would have seen them before, don't get me wrong, but it's just never something that I thought of modifying. And it is really a good idea because it is such a nice car to start with. You've got every gadget and gizmo under the sun that you could ever need. You've got a big boot, more than enough space in the back for anybody you fancy. You've got this fantastic gearbox with this short shift Mugen sort of setup, coupled with that engine that, you know, 190 brake horsepower is more than enough power for something, you know, of this size. You don't want anything silly, don't get me wrong, you know, power's all good in that, but I just think it's a great package. You've got the best of both worlds, really. You've got the Honda performance you want with none of the drawbacks. You've got such a nice car and a nice environment to be in, and they also come in an estate like that one. And I think, you know, as a daily driver, that's a horrible bit of road we're going over now, and it's still really comfortable. And it just phases me a little bit that, you know, this should be more of a thing like Adam 621's Honda Legend. It's such a nice car, and no, I don't see any of them. And I you know, I do come from a different part of, you know, the UK, don't get me wrong. You don't see many modified ones of these or ones of the Legends, but this is the same sort of car. It's just a newer version, and I love it. I think it's proper awesome. So yeah, overall, I really like this. And, you know, daily wise, I'm big about comfy cars, you know, that you can use but still have fun in, and this is one of them. to me. I love everything about it, and I love the looks. I love the fact that I don't see them that often, so to me it's like a rare sight, which is quite nice. Anyway guys, I hope you liked the video. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.